It is a gorgeous background here. So let's talk about the process we went through to actually do this whole project on our own. This is probably the largest project we've done together. So here we go, a DIY of creating a fire pit area for the cottage. Hi everybody, welcome to the video. Actually, I should say welcome to the cottage. Since my wife is actually working remotely, and I myself am currently not able to work, we decided to go to the family cottage up in the Muskoka area. So here we are. The many times that I've come up to the cottage with the family, we've all sat around the fire doing s'mores, and what went through my head when we first came up here a couple of weeks ago was that it'd be great if we can update it, because I felt like the family was on the path and we were all kind of like sitting in different places. We lost a couple of s'mores because we kind of like tipped over a little bit here and there. In my mind, I was thinking, there'd be a fun project to kind of level that out. So being a person that I am, I decided to create the cottage in 3D space. I did a really quick rudimentary design and laid it all out. So that is the proof of concept. We did take our time to take some rope, put in some stakes, and kind of like do a quick outline of the layout. And then of course talk to the family and kind of let them see what we're doing. I have to definitely say thank you to Glenn and Laura to letting us take it apart and putting it back together. We wanted to do it, but of course, it's a family location, and we have to, as a group, we decided if we can and cannot do this, or if anyone liked it or did not like it. And thankfully everyone did like the idea. One thing that the family definitely warned me about, it is bug season here in Northern Ontario, and I was being very naive. I of course thought, it's just bugs, no big deal. And well, I was wrong. We started working and it was warm. By the end of the day, I had bites galore all over my body. Thankfully, the family does have a whole net system, outfit to wear to protect ourselves from the bugs, because if I would have kept working without this outfit, I probably would not finish the project. I mean, there was a lot of bugs. So moving forward, we started to attack the project. We built a firewood shed. We did run into a small issue. We measured the roof incorrectly, so we had to go back to Home Depot and get a different set of wood to put on there, so we did that. And then, of course, we started to move that into place. So that part of the project was done. So we spent about a half a day to a day cutting up the wood, building up the shed, and setting that up, and then re-looking at our layout before we attacked this large project of the fire pit and pathway area. We went and talked to some of the local quarries that are in the area to get some flagstone ordered, to get some pea stones ordered, and to get some base stone ordered as well. It was to take them a few days to actually deliver it, which worked perfectly for us because we needed to dig out the area and kind of open up the land. And so when I broke land, we started just diving into it, and that took some time. We originally had a family wheelbarrow that we were going to use, and we broke it. So we went from having the wheelbarrow to having no wheelbarrow, and I had to just do everything by hand. So shoveled in and just kind of just went at it. We decided to do a 8-foot radius circle. We cut out a little area for the firewood area, so that way we're not just stepping on more mud and more grass. We wanted to put gravel there as well. And then we had about a 60 foot to 70 foot length pathway to also cut up that we cut 3 foot wide. So we had a lot to do and a lot of work that we wanted to get done, and we wanted to do it within the week. The nice thing is the weather was being really, really cooperative with us this week. When we first were coming up, I was being a little disappointed because we checked the weather on the Sunday on our drive up. On Saturday, our drive up, and it was talking about rain and all kinds of things for the whole week. And I was thinking in my head, like, I'm going to be digging in mud. I mean, a good and bad thing, I would have probably been softer dirt, would have been easier to cut into, but I'm glad it worked out where I didn't have a lot of rain to kind of deal with. We finally dug through all of the dirt, and we then went to a local rental house. They gave us a compactor. And what the compactor helped us do is really flatten down a lot of the dirt. So we took it and we went compacting the dirt. So we dug and compacted, dug and compacted, dug and compacted to ensure that we weren't going to have like soft points on the pathway or in the fire pit area, to really flatten out the whole breakdown. Once we finally got the main dirt dug out about 2 to 3 inches deep and flattened out with the compactor. The contractors who owned the dirt for the base came and dropped off the dirt, and we started shoveling those over. Again, without a wheelbarrow, we did everything by hand. So once we got the base down, we gave a call to the people who had the flagstones. Now, they didn't deliver, but they had a contract delivery person who unfortunately had a malfunction with his truck, so he was unable to deliver it the day we wanted it. He ended up delivering it a couple of days later. Unfortunately, we're at the bottom of a very large hill, and his crane would not fit down the hill, or else he would have taken out the hydro and we would have had a different problem than us just putting in stones. And instead of carrying all of the flagstones down one at a time, we decided to slowly just put them inside of the vehicle, into our car. We took our time doing it. We didn't want to overload the vehicle and break the transmission or anything like that. So we did enough where it's like, well, if we had 4 people in the vehicle, this is how much the weight of stone of like 2 other people were to put inside of the vehicle. Brought that in, brought it down, and started laying it out. And together we decided to figure out the puzzling. It took a little moment to kind of figure all that out. You know, there was a few little debated kind of issues, and then of course we ran into parts where some stones were thinner or thicker than others, so we had to kind of rearrange that. And we finally got it where we liked it. We went from the cottage all the way up to the main road, our main driveway here. And then the P-stone guys finally came. Now, finally, when they came, the sky opened up. It finally rained on us. We're probably on day 5 here. And we just started to do the same thing as we did with the base stone. And we had buckets, so we filled the buckets up. We just kind of started dragging those over. It didn't take us as long because we didn't have to compact the stone as much. And a lot of the base was already there. The stones were already there. We just had to kind of like sweep the stones, the P-stones, in between the crevices of the flagstone to fill the pathway. And then we already made the decision at the beginning of the project to fill the whole fire pit with P-stone. So all we had to do is just kind of drop it and then flatten it all out with the rake. It's great to be able to do a project such as this one. It was a lot of fun. Tips for anybody who wants to do this on yourself: make sure you really plan out your project. We came to the point where we needed about 3 tons of base stone and about close to 3.5 tons of P-stone to actually fill in our whole area. And then we needed about 2 tons of flagstone to kind of fill the pathway, which is about 70 feet wide, long and 3 feet wide. So it took us a little while to figure all that out. We did all those calculations a week prior to actually coming to the cottage and doing the project. So we really wanted to take our time with it. If you're doing it, definitely a lot of people said, and you know, the family was telling me we probably shouldn't be doing projects until closer to the fall, so it's less buggy, and they're probably right. But in my mind, I felt like if we do it now, then we can really enjoy it when the pretty time comes for us to just be up here and relax. Hope you guys are all staying safe. Find yourself other projects to get into. If we run into another DIY project, 100% I want to film it. I think these are a lot of fun to capture it. It's good memories for us. And it's just a good way to kind of share to everyone all the fun work that we went through and to kind of like walk the journey with us. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.